What's up? Started my day at the gas station like always. That's all we do. About to take this thing in the snow over to our shop because I'm doing a demolition derby race with it. It's called a enduro. It's basically like a no rules race where if you crash, they'll leave you on the track. It's 50 laps out in like Rochester. We dollied this thing from Connecticut all the way back to New York in a snowstorm like 2 nights ago. Of course, all this shit is like frozen as fuck, so, and it's like 20 degrees out, so now I gotta try to, you know, get it off this thing. That's not bad. Gas is $2.29 here. When we're in Connecticut, it's like $3 a gallon. Oh, got me. Alright, we stuck a dealer plate on her. We're gonna see how this piece of shit drives. Got all sorts of engine lights and stuff, that's why I got it cheap. I didn't pay very much for this thing. Had no oil in it. Threw some oil in. Oh yeah. Should be fast enough to race on ice. It's gonna be loud as stuff. There's like all glass. I have to knock all the glass out but the windshield. This whole So I just drove this thing. Runs awesome. I'm a little somewhat regretting maybe a decision of buying this thing though, because I just realized there's only about 6 inches of car between the front wheels and the rear wheels to actually take hits. It's gonna look cool. I just don't know how well it's gonna do. It's actually, I mean, it's not fast by any means, but with these tiny little 14-inch tires, 0 to 40 is not bad. I'm assuming that's about as fast as you go this whole race. My other concern is looking at this thing. I mean, there's not much room between that and the intake. If it was to smash the exhaust, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but smashing the intake, like on a hit, that'll fuck the whole car up. Okay, so it won't run. Alright, now we're jumping into this thing, go inspect it. Of course, I need keys out of this piece of shit. What else? Driving over to where we do our inspections. Then DMV called. They said that the batch of 3 plates I dropped off for cars they sold Friday is ready to be picked up. And I gotta sell like 2 or 3 cars today. Back and forth. This car's actually really nice. Drives well. All the monitors are set, so we're gonna go get a sticker put on her so I can drop some paperwork. Time to do an inspection on this turd. I'm finishing up this inspection. So, for New Jersey being such a tiny little state, they have the world's biggest fucking inspection stickers, and they're a pain in the ass to scrape off, because unlike New York, they use like the nicest fucking glue on the back of these things. Breaks my razors all the time. And we're inspected. Yay! So I left that Dart Joe right there out this winter because I'm sick of moving stuff around, and we already filled up the whole basement with cars for storing over the winter. And I bought a motor for that thing. I bought a 2002 Ram with the 5.9 HO in it, and we're gonna shove that in it probably over the winter. Back at the car lot, these 5 all sold Friday, so that one's leaving today, that one's leaving today. That one we're waiting on a title. That one should leave hopefully Wednesday, and that kid's picking this one up a little bit later today. We actually signed everything on Friday. DMV, I gotta get plates for some of these, get them on there. Then I think we gotta show some cars a little later today too. Keys to that blue one that were hopefully Wednesday. I got a steering rack I gotta throw in. Somebody was here looking at cars because I haven't been here, and they brushed off where the prices are on all these. They probably are disappointed every time they brush it off. You find out. Pending sale. They're over here for a reason. This is a cool one. Manual with the JDM center face, so you can actually run an aftermarket radio, but the rack is so bad. Hear that? pump's already been done. The rack's leaking everywhere. The guy loves the car, so I gotta get it done so I can inspect it. Alright, back at the garage. I gotta remember to get my plate off that one. Anyways, got paperwork ready, printing off some insurance cards. I gotta make a trip to the DMV. I gotta go pick up Alice because she's done doing some of the schooling with Sebastian. We got all these cars we gotta work on. That one right there. Dude showed up, seemed kind of like a pain in the ass, so I sent him down the road to a different dealer who then fucked him. And now we gotta fix this car because the guy sold him a complete turd. He's like, I should have just bought the car from you to begin with. I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Is what it is. Drop the dolly off over at the house while I'm picking up Alice. She's ready to come into work for the day because she's got a bunch of cars we gotta get entered into the system so I can sell them. Because I bought them, sold them before we even got them put online. And I can't print documents without them being online. I'm gonna drop the dolly off at the house real quick because that's rattling around on the back of this van right now. So there's no Scion on the back. I think I'm gonna go, there's another car we're running in that Enduro as well. A friend of ours is running that car. I gotta get that from Schenectady, New York, I think maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. Alright, back at the garage. Alice is dropped off. She's putting some cars into the shop system so I can print them off. This thing, I drive it over so I can go pick up a car that I bought Alice as kind of a surprise present. Oh. And we're back at the car lot. Look how clean this thing is. Wow. No rust. And somebody put a weird subwoofer in the back. Anyways, this is the car I bought Alice. She had one of these years ago. She loves it. It's kind of like a Christmas present slash, I just wanted it type thing. Keep miles off her Pacifica. And it's all-wheel drive. Yee. So I kind of bought this thing on a whim. It was like, you know what, Alice would really like that. It's the color she had. It's all-wheel drive. I've owned these before. They're decent. A little concerning though, because there's a lot of water in this car. And the sunroof has stains. It's not sealed all the way, so now we gotta fuck with this. And on top of that, most likely this is a repo, and they didn't tell me because most of the repo cars, they sit in lots where the keys will stay in the car, and they'll put them on one of these. Not very many auctions use these. Mainly just repo ones. So hopefully there's not a ton of shit wrong with this. Let's see how it runs. I can hear a weird noise coming from something. Zero miles till empty. I guess we're putting some gas in it. Alright. And looks like none of these are working. It's helpful. Got some plates, gonna throw them on some cars. On my way to go show some cars, put plates on cars, and found out that that Taurus I bought, it's called a front infotainment control module, is bad on it, and it costs about $2,000 to deal with. Plus the sunroof doesn't work, so I'm thinking maybe I wasted my money on that thing. Doing some research online, trying to figure out best way to deal with the control system on that not working. So if you know anything about Tauruses and a cheap way to get around that, because apparently it's VIN etched and everything, so it has to be done by a Ford dealer, which I am not, let me know. Thanks. Showing cars. He's out on a test drive. Seems interested. We'll see. Done. Sending out bills because it costs about a tank of propane every 2 weeks so that your boogers don't freeze in the garage. Woo! And they're leaving. Another one sold. Easy enough. Nice lady. Pro tip. Don't say what an amazing deal it is before you try to negotiate. Alright. Back in the car. Gonna go print documents so I can sign paperwork and collect some money on a car at 4 o'clock. Well, we got her all torn apart. And it's fixed. So I don't need your help anymore. It's a nice looking car for being 10 years old. Alright, back in the van, got paperwork on our way over to go sell a car. Tourist situation. We found the water that ran across the modules. Turns out it had just internally blown fuses that are in a fuse block that was sitting in water. Got the water out of it, put new fuses in. Our tech is awesome, figured it all out. I'm still gonna file a claim with the place I bought it from and see if I can get some money back on that, because water damage, whether it was salt water or fresh water from rain, it's still an issue and will cause corrosion and make the car a piece of shit later. So I want to either try to get some money back or return the car if possible. If I'm stuck with the car, then it is what it is. It's just for us anyway, but that's that. And another customer leaving, and makes today worth it. Get ourselves some money. Checks. It's towards the end of the day. Just finished up with the final customer. Got his money. We're gonna go to the bank, put it in, and then I'm gonna go pick up Alice and head home. That was a day in the life. It's something. So if you like this type of shit, let me know. I can make more of these types of videos of what we do and what we plan on doing. I might even show you the build of the Dart or the Galaxy or the MG, or I don't know. Got plans for all sorts of stuff, and I'm definitely gonna upload a video of me doing that Enduro at some point. But peace.